Yeah, g'day, Brad from KLR Automotive, and what we've got here is a brand new clutch about to go into a Parenti. Now, I'm just going to show you, this is what we call the drive plate. This has got the friction material on it, and this is a bit that needs to be looked after. It's critical that that stays dry, particularly from oil. Now, there's a few things we do through the workshop here that we've just always done, and I don't think a lot of other people are aware that they're quite important. But when you get a new clutch, this surface here is all freshly machined, but there's a preserving oil on that. That has to be cleaned off. Now, what most people do is just get a rag, give it a wipe, maybe give it a little squirt of brake cleaner, give it another wipe and call it job done. That's not good enough. The second thing I want to talk about, and we'll come back to this, is your flywheel. We hear about a lot of people who decide not to machine their flywheel. That's a poor decision. If you want to give your new clutch the best chance at surviving and giving you a decent service life without shuttering, you must machine that flywheel. Now, that's all fairly easy to do. You take it down to your local guy. There'll be plenty in your area. Almost everyone these days machines flywheels. They'll give it a lick across it. It's actually a grinding stone that they run across it, so it's more of a grinding process machining. But they'll true it all up. They'll get this surface dead flat, and they'll give it a nice smooth surface, so there's no shuttering when you put your new drive plate against that. Now, with this particular one, I did ask my machiner to leave all the cutting fluid on it. It's like a soluble oil, and not wipe it off, because I wanted to show you what you can expect. If you have a look here, all that black grey stuff, that's grinding material, that's metal, that's oil, that all needs to come off, or that's going to contaminate your drive plate. Now again, a lot of people will just give this a wipe down. They'll give it a squirt with brake cleaner, run around with a rag and think job's done, but it's not. The problem is, this is quite a porous material. It's a cast steel, cast iron, I'm not 100% sure. Same with the pressure plate here, and it absorbs that fluid, and we've got to pull that oil back out of those pores. But thankfully, it's quite an easy job. So the place to start, of course, is to give that a wipe down and get most of it off. And give it all a good wipe. You can see a bit down in there as well. And you can actually see that looks pretty clean. But of course it's not. We've got to go a little bit further than that. And that's where your handy kitchen towel comes in. You can use white rag if you like. The main thing is it's got to be white. And you need a bit of brake cleaner, carby cleaner, anything like that's going to do the job, like a stringent hydrocarbon based solvent. And you're going to start wiping. And see that? There's even more coming off. So it's the same black stuff, that's grinding material, that's metal, that's oil coming off. And basically we're going to keep doing this until that paper towel comes off clean. So look at that. We do the next bit. It's a little bit tedious, but it doesn't actually take that long, but you just keep going and going and going until that cloth comes off white. So I'll jump forward a little bit, because to be honest, you don't need to watch 5 minutes or 10 minutes of me standing here with a paper towel running around in circles. But you can see how many passes we've taken. You can actually see the kitchen towel slowly getting cleaner. And if we do one more pass here, you can actually see that's come up pretty good. So it's pretty much white. So we've got everything out of that we can. Just remember, as you're going around, it's drawing more oil up out of this porous material. That's what we want it to do. And we end up with a beautifully clean and smooth surface ready for your new clutch. And there we have what you could call a surgically clean flywheel. The last thing to do is blow the mounting holes out. We'll do that later on. Over to the pressure plate, exactly the same process. We've already given this a couple of wipes. You can see the the oil and the grit coming off that. I won't bore you by watching that again. Very, very important to do these two things. Machine that flywheel. They're all warped. They all have high points. Get it machined. It's not expensive. Very cheap actually compared to what you've just paid for a new clutch. And secondly, clean it. You've seen what we've gone through here to clean it. It's not a difficult process. Everyone's got the bits to do it. Do that, because what we're trying to do is give your new expensive clutch the best chance it has of giving you a long, trouble-free service life. And I'll just add too, this applies to any clutch that you're going to fit, not just a Land Rover clutch. This is what we consider to be best practice for any clutch, and not only that, it's actually easy practice.